All right, good morning, everybody, and welcome. My name is Carrie Schwingle. I'm the Engagement Director at the Heart of Wisconsin Chamber of Commerce. Today, I want to introduce a series of interviews that the Chamber is going to be conducting to kind of help explore how the COVID-19 pandemic has been affecting our businesses and community members, and kind of what they've been doing to stay innovative and thriving during this time. So with that, I'm going to announce the kickoff to our B.O.S.S resource videos, which stands for Businesses Offering Sustainable Solutions. So today I've got Carrie Nikolai from Coldwell Banker, Siewert Realty with me to kind of give us some insight on how the pandemic has affected the housing industry. So good morning, Carrie.
Good morning, Carrie. It's the dual Carrie.
I know, Carrie paired or Carrie squared or something like that. Yeah. So thank you for joining me today. Why don't we just kind of start out with you telling us a little bit about your normal role when things are operating at a regular capacity and kind of how the pandemic has changed that.
All right. Well, first of all, the normal role, I think in real estate, we don't really have a normal role.
Right.
We always did the home tour where, when you want to go look at a home, we meet you at the house, we shake your hand, we get you in the house, we walk around and kind of talk to you, we hand you some papers, and there's a lot of one-on-one talking about what you want to do as far as your goals for the next chapter in your life when it comes to real estate. So depending on how you do it, some of our sellers, I've had a seller over in Utah. So talking with that seller, we obviously can't go over into the house together. We can't really shake hands. We can't do that because they live in Utah and that's where they are. Sure. We've had one down in Mississippi as well. So when we do our distance, we already have our plan in place of how do we do our distance chats with everyone, of how do we work with someone who's selling their house and vice versa, buying a home. We work with the military. So someone who is leaving the military and they're moving back to Wisconsin, they may be out on maneuvers down in Georgia while maybe the wife is looking for a home online with us as well. So sure. Even on the buyer side, even during the normal times, we still had a little bit of a distance. So at this point, to us is we're just kind of tweaking what we do. So, and that's how it is. I mean, you have to approach each family with what is their needs and their concerns and address them and being able to be flexible in those situations. So, when the pandemic first came out, it was oh my gosh, we can't look at homes. Everyone kind of stopped looking. They wanted to be concerned about their family. How do we stay safe? Well, maybe we can put this off. Well, as things kind of progressed, we looked at it as, well, we can still go see the homes. So we were considered essential business. So that means we can go see the homes. And so we're kind of doing the same things that we normally do, except for we're not shaking hands.
I was going to say no handshakes.
Yeah, there's no handshaking. So when we meet buyers at the house, we just kind of do the polite nod like you give to someone across the room that you see. It's like, welcome. And, you kind of walk them through the house. We have the papers still too. So we still kind of do a little bit of papers. We usually find out up front first whether or not they want to receive those papers or if they would just prefer to receive everything digitally through email. So we have a little bit of a split, at least for us. We do have that split of some people still want that paper to walk around, make notes on, and so that way they can compare homes. And we're also seeing a lot of people, instead of maybe seeing 5 homes with them, we're now narrowing it down to 2 or 3. So they're really kind of doing we wanted to see that one just for funsies, but they're looking at it as, if we're only allowed to go out to look at 2 homes, which out of those 2 are the ones that we really want to go see? So we're seeing a lot of, we only want to see 2 homes versus the larger numbers.
So is that helping with people then determining which house they want to buy? If they only look at a couple at a time, or?
We're really narrowing down my must-have versus I hope to get.
Sure.
So they're making that list a little bit finer. They're fine-tuning their list. So if you are looking for something that does have the granite countertops, we're eliminating everything that doesn't have a granite countertop, and we're only looking at those homes. where the other ones could have been, you know what, we like the floor plan. Yeah, we could do, you know, an upgrade and get our granite that we wanted to. They're like, no, we want to just, we're not going to mess around with things. This is what we must have. This is what we're going to go with. If it doesn't meet this set criteria, don't even want to see it.
Well, that's good. I mean, it sounds like it's still working out pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yeah. So if we, you know, they do find that home that they do want to write an offer on, you know, we part ways, they go home, I come home, and we do everything electronically, which we had before.
Sure.
So doing that, you know, that way we can take our time, and I'm really bad typing when people are watching me anyways. So it's nice to be able to come home and just kind of sit at home and slowly work on the offer to make sure that it's a nice, clean, correctly done offer. And then just sitting on the phone again with them as well of, you know, okay, let's go through your offer. You know, we're going to go through this. Here you go. And we set up that second time to go through, because they may have thought of some other questions yet too during that time of driving home and us writing that offer.
Cool. So it sounds like it's fairly typical. It doesn't sound like it's too crazy. Maybe the online bit has come up a little bit. People viewing more like digital videos of houses. Are you doing more of that?
We are. So the homes that we're listing, we're going through, we're making a video of it. So that way it's a more extensive video. So we've always done like a live Facebook post, and we've always walked you through maybe 1 or 2 rooms just to kind of give you a teaser.
Sure.
Now we're walking through the whole entire house and going through it at a much slower pace. So that way you kind of do get that more sense of feel for the home.
I know I've seen some of those videos, and I'm by no means house hunting at this current time, but there are some of those homes that I'm like, man, these are great places. I wouldn't mind having this, because you get to see so much more. You don't even have to
Right.
go there. So kind of cool. I can see how that would be helpful.
Right. And we're opening up the drawers in the kitchen, you know, so that way you can tell if it's a soft close or if it's just a normal drawer. You know, we're still giving buyers that opportunity yet to really see the 360 of the home. The only thing that you're missing is, what does the house smell like? So someone who has dogs or cats, you're missing that dog or cat smell to a home.
Could be a deal breaker, just saying.
Right. So, you know, it's one of those things, as you still don't, you miss something by not being in the home. But again, we can still go to the home. We can still get that showing, so that way you can go, yes, this is the home for me. No, it didn't smell like the dog, because I saw in the video the dog food sitting out. Fair. This is not a problem. So, you know, someone who's got pet allergies too, you know, not having that video and going into the home. I've worked with several people. They know within 2 minutes of being in a home that if they had a cat, no matter how well you cleaned up, the allergies kicked in like right away. Oof. So yeah, you still miss a little bit of that, but still at the same time with those videos, as well as they are done, you still get to see the whole house.
Yeah, I like that. It allows people to really narrow down their search. Probably helps them figure out what's going to work and what they really want to look at. So, Well, cool. So are you getting any kind of like weird, frequently asked questions? Are people calling and asking different things now that maybe you weren't responding to before or had answers for before?
I think our most asked question is, are you still showing homes? Can we still do that? I'm like, yes, you can still go see the homes. And of course, it's always up to the seller. So if the sellers, you know, no, I prefer just to do the virtual tour, we're still respecting the sellers, because it is technically still their home. They still own it. So, but we always just kind of do the, you know, let's try to get a 24-hour notice. If we can get sooner, that'd be great. But let's give the homeowner a chance to say yes or no to it.
Sure. All right. So maybe what are some of the best practices that you've kind of noticed in the housing industry that maybe other businesses in the community could kind of learn from or take an idea from? What are some of those things that you've been doing that are really successful during this time?
I really think jumping on the Facebook Live and doing a live video. You know, go out there and just go, you know, stand in front of your business or stand in your business and go, you know, we're still here for you. We still have our curbside pickup. What, you know, how can we assist you? because otherwise, if you don't hear anything from them, you're like, okay, well, are they still serving? Are they still doing something? So getting in front of the camera, and you really don't have to. I know a lot of people are really nervous about doing live video, but we're all from Rapids. You know, we all have a way to talk. You know, so if you throw in a little bit of Southern accent here and there and just go, y'all come down and have, you know, a drink and we'll meet you on the curb, we all know that's going to happen because it's just the way it is. I mean, I've done live videos where I totally forgot what city I'm in. I was in Nakusa, and I'm like, yep, here in Rapids, hope to see you all here, gave the address, talked about the home, kept saying Wisconsin Rapids, and somebody sent me a text message and goes, Carrie, you're in Nakusa, your hometown. I'm like, oh, yeah.
Oopsie.
Right. You roll with it. You roll with the punches. So it's hard telling what day it is because we're kind of missing out on our normal schedule. We usually have this is what we do on Monday. Tuesdays is usually a sports night. Wednesday is church night. We don't have that. So yeah, we may be forgetting what day of the week it is. We may be going, hey, I'm looking forward to see you on Saturday, and today is Saturday. Or, you know, you just going out and just talking about your business of what you are actually offering and how you're doing. You know, give us the count of how many people you served. Let us know that, hey, yeah, Jennings did a great job with their macaroni and cheese Wednesday. You know,
oh my gosh, I still haven't been able to get any, and I'm just like literally salivating over it every time they post a picture.
I know.
Crazy.
You know, pictures are great. I love it, but I also love the video. Do a video of it. I'm a big foodie, so I'm gonna do a video. Tell me about your macaroni and cheese, because the taco macaroni and cheese this week looked extremely yummy, and just, yes, that's what I want to do. So I think really jumping on the Facebooks and just giving a brief of, you know, this is Chatterbox. This is what we did today. We're having this special. Let us know that you're still there. And I know that's things that we have done. Ben and I do a weekly podcast that we do. You know, we're talking about our gardens. We're hitting up a little bit on the real estate, but we're also now talking about, okay, well, how can I, you know, what else are we doing? Well, we're going to be putting in a garden, so why not talk about that? So we're still here for you. We're still doing real estate, but at the same time, here's what we're doing personally yet too. So just hearing from the
renovating your shower also, which looks absolutely fantastic. By the way, I'm following.
I love doing home improvement projects, and that's, you know, that's one thing we tell all of our sellers. You know, your home now, find a small project that you can do. You know, just either going down to Menards, Home Depot, they're open. Get some paint and repaint one of the kids' rooms. Maybe, you know, their nursery theme is still up and they're 16 years old. And I only say this because I know that a house had that.
I'm going to take your word. I'm going to take your word.
Dr. Seuss themed. I mean, it's Dr. Seuss. You really can't get rid of him. Cute. But, you know, just doing those few steps of just putting on a fresh coat of paint, going through the homes and take a room at a time and go, okay, well, what can we thin out? What can we give away? Go on Facebook and say, hey, look, I have all these, you know, infant clothes that I need out of the home. We still have opportunities to still reach out. So, you know, just kind of getting your house ready to sell, because once this opens up, we still have buyers that can't buy homes because there's not enough out there. So it's going to be a busy, crazy market again.
Well, good. I think that about wraps up kind of what I had for you. I think this was a really good conversation. I feel like people are maybe going to be excited about taking a couple other risks now, maybe jump on that Facebook Live. I know I'm not super great at that type of thing, but I'm building on it. You know, everybody can build on it and have a little bit of fun with it and find some excitement in it. So I like to hear that.
Yeah, my kids always comment. My youngest is up in Eau Claire, and he always comments on all of my Facebook Live posts. And if I don't do any, he sends me a message of, come on, Mom, let's step up the game and let's do one. You know, tell me what you're doing. So
that's so nice.
You get the followers. I know. And you get the followers who are, you know, can really encourage you. And
well, it kind of holds you accountable for it too. I kind of like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for, you know, I mean, you have your son who's telling you should be doing your work, and you're like, not today. Today's not a good day. And he's like, no, every day is a good day to do something, Mom. You got to go. So
sometimes we need that cheerleader though.
I know. And that's the thing. I mean, it just, when they get to a certain age, they do become your cheerleaders. They want to see you do really good after you've been their cheerleader for so many years. So I just really do appreciate my two boys and everything that they do to try to push me to be better. So it's always fun.
Well, good. All right. Well, thank you, Carrie, so much for joining me today. This was
Well,
really
thanks for
fun.
having me.
Yeah, no problem. Hopefully we can see each other again somewhat less virtually next time, or maybe not, but we're making good strides.
We're making good strides, and I think as we progress through May. I mean, we have it all the way until to end of May or May 24th, something like that. Let's just hope that come in May, things start to get a little bit looser, and we're able to open up some things in some form of being able to be out and be with people, because it's hard. I'm going to be honest, it's hard. I'm a people person, so trying to stay home and not give the handshakes or the hugs or anything like that, it's really difficult. So I think there's me a lot of joyful people once we're able to get out and enjoy each other's company.
Well, good. Well, thank you again for being here. This was really fun. I'm excited to have seen you and talked with you a little bit again.
I know, it's been a while.
I know, but you take care, and definitely reach out if you have any other resources or any ideas that anybody can use, and we'll be there for everybody. We got you.
Yes, we will.
All right. Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.